Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with my review of the DC Direct Blackest Night, Series 3, Black Lantern Aquaman. Of course, this is the only Black Lantern we got in this wave, and after this wave, this later series will become predominantly Black Lantern-oriented waves. And this guy just looks great in packaging. Just a really great job, I can already tell in the face sculpt. Everything looks great. Of course, the only accessory he comes with is his base, as you can see there in packaging. Of course, let's flip this around. Onto the back, where you'll see the rest of the characters in the wave. And Black Lantern Aquaman's little bit says, "The legion of undead heroes increases as the original King of the Seven Seas is compelled to join the ranks of the Black Lantern Corps. When his powers combine with the power of the Black Lantern, the formidable warrior in life is transformed into an unstoppable force." Of course, so you see over all the characters in the wave. Down here you've got listed the Wave 1 and 2 and the upcoming Wave 4. So, that being said, can't wait to have this guy out of packaging. Let's open him up. And here we have Black Lantern Aquaman out. And he is a very, very nice looking figure. Of course, very impressive all around, I'll go ahead and say that. Of course, let's pick this camera up and get a look at this detail in him. Of course, zoom in on that face sculpt. That is just horrifying. One unfortunate thing they did miss is that there's supposed to be a dot of red in his eyes, and that is lacking. Of course, but you can see each scale is individually raised. He's got the fins on the back of his boots. Unfortunately, his feet are kind of both pointed in at an angle. It's not that noticeable, but I do think some better poses would have been to have both his feet apart, but oh well, it's not a huge loss in the grand scheme of things. I really love everything about this. I love they went with a toned down yellow for a shirt to make it look like it's old, kind of, you know, lost some of its color. Of course, pulling him off his base, his standard Black Lantern base. Of course, he's got some surprising articulation. Arms go out to about here, out here, over here. Of course, rotate 360 degrees on both arms, and both bend at the elbow. I will say though that the elbow feels a little weak, so I'm being especially careful with it. And he's very stiff, but he does move at the head. Of course, his leg articulation, they go up to about here. Don't really go back too much. And both bend at the knee, but it's a very, well, it's a pretty slight bend, but that's not a huge issue, seeing as most of the poses you're going to do involve him standing pretty straightforwardly. So, overall, Black Lantern Aquaman is a very impressive figure, I have to say. This is the first one where I really, well, I don't want to say first one, but this is one of the shining examples of what DC Direct can do with this Blackest Night line if they try. And this is a fantastic figure. I love him. He'll run you about $20 at your local comic shop. Probably a tiny bit, $1 or $2 more for shipping if you get him off eBay. But if you're an Aquaman fan, a Blackest Night fan, you need to get this guy. And this is JTrain997 saying, I'll see you soon, YouTube. Hey, everybody, I almost forgot that I almost missed a very important part of the figure, which is his ring. Which is, you can see there, is actually not too evident against the black on his glove, although there is some pretty decent detail in there, which is a plus for the DC Direct Blackest Night line. So, ring doesn't stand out all that well. I think a varying shade of black on either the gloves or the ring would have helped, but oh well, it's still a great figure, and this is JTrain997 saying I'll see you soon, YouTube.